Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. If you're returning, thank you for your continued support, you guys. I appreciate it. Working our way around the zodiac here, the wheel. Okay, so we are on Leo. Leo is the 5th house, the house of pleasure, recreation, leisure, enjoyment, entertainment, games, gambling, children, love and sex, and creative self-expression. We're going to start with the singing bowl, guys, and then we're going to get into a reading. It's called like a life purpose spread. So it's a 5-card pull, and then I'm just pulling a few oracles and maybe clarifiers, but we will see more as we go on that. But let's go down to the singing bowl, and then we'll get started on your reading. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance, protection, and unconditional love. I'm grateful for all known and unknown, seen and unseen, divine energy guiding, allowing, and protecting us as we receive these messages with an open heart and mind. I pray these messages of healing and protection reach those who need them and those who will fully embrace and express their own divine energy for the highest and most loving good. As we walk on the path of love, healing, and redemption, may your healing light touch, taint, and transmute all darkness with understanding, acceptance, and faith in the holy light of love. Amen. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, Leo. All right, I'm using the Tarot Oracle deck today for the reading. If I need to clarify, I'm going to be clarifying with the Wild Unknown. I'll probably pull an Animal Spirit and a White Light Oracle. Okay, Leo, let's get started. Where are you at right now? That is the first card out. The energy where you're at right now. Are we at right now, Leo? Direction. It did come out reversed. Okay. Where are we headed? If you're confused about a direction you should be headed or going, this is the turtle. Of course, with the turtle, I always feel like home is where the heart is, and always navigation. So about finding your sense of direction, figuring out which way to go, trying to decide. Or it could just be intuitively following the direction your heart leads you, or just your deep guidance system here. Let's see where it's headed here. It did come out reversed, so you could be even struggling with that right now. Conflict, yeah. But it did come in reversed also. So, and it's the hippo. So it's feeling like you could either be heading it, working on figuring out a way out of conflict, maybe a situation or something in your life that feels conflictive. This could be even a conflict within yourself, Leo. If it's not with somebody around you, it could be inner conflict you're trying to seek direction on or seek guidance on. And if this is an external thing, you could be trying to figure a way out of something or away from something without creating more conflict, is what I'm feeling. Okay. So this is the next step, you guys. The next step, authority. So you need to take control over where you're going, what you're doing. Maybe if you have feeling scattered energy or not grounded. And also this means maybe even making some big steps, big moves to take control over your situation or your life or the direction you're headed. If you're feeling lost or confused or don't know which way you're going, yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. So let's go ahead and see what your strong point is right here. And it's passage. So you are being led somewhere different. There's, you may be aware of this, you may not, but this is a passageway. This is an opportunity. There's an opportunity here to move in a different direction. Maybe this could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be a different direction, but it's definitely different from where you're at. You're moving somewhere, you're this could be energetically, mentally, physically, emotionally, probably going through some conflict about it, probably feeling conflictive about it, especially if you don't know what to do. And then, interesting, surprise came out. We'll just put that off here to the side. As I was talking about not knowing what to do, or this could be a surprise to you. This could be something kind of happening quickly, maybe getting guided away, or just all of a sudden needing to go in a different direction, or needing to take control over a situation, and it's happening kind of spontaneously is what I'm feeling. Let's see what the your soft spot is, or your weakness right now. Let's see what needs to be worked on a little, or released, or something that could be causing, so I've been calling it kind of the soft spot, the spot that's okay, and it's opportunity. Interesting. And it did come in reverse. So one of the things is there feels like there is maybe in mindfulness. So there may be an opportunity or something coming in and presenting itself to you, whoever this is resonating with. But it may feel like it could be. It's feeling like fast, like something fast coming in, something, and something you're gonna have to like be watchful for, too. But there's also feels like there's like some kind of situation, whether it's in yourself or outside of yourself, where it's like you don't, like you're either trying to feel all on board, or you're trying not to cause conflict with some kind of situation in your life right now. But this is a way forward. There is a way forward, and this is also like it's feeling like a good experience for you, maybe your soul, whatever it is. But it's going to require that you take control and take charge over your mind, most importantly, especially being mindful with it being on the bottom, being mindful of your own feelings towards the direction you want to go, and having a clear like goal or vision of what you want in your life, and taking control over that with the authority card being step 1. So I am feeling like this is a way forward. There's a way forward, and you may be seeing that. Then again, it might have come as kind of a surprise, or some kind of it might have come in quite rapidly or quickly, or like unexpected. Something unexpected here, it feels like. That could be causing some, and this could be the other way too, where it's not causing conflict, it's actually giving you a peace of mind. But there is this opportunity card in the soft spot or the weak spot, and it's like there may be an idea here, or a thought, or a feeling like I shouldn't, like not taking an opportunity, or not seeing the opportunity in something that could take you forward to a much better place than where you're at. If you're in a great place, it's seeing the opportunity where you're at, and maybe taking control over a little more of the direction you're headed with continuing to do what you're doing. Also, that's coming through. So let's go ahead and let's just get a couple of these tarot cards here. I will read these, you guys. There's 4 sections to each of these little cards, and I'll read them all because this is a general reading, so one may resonate with somebody and another may resonate with another person, and then again maybe more than one will. Let's go ahead and get this direction clarified here with the turtle. It's feeling like you're having, whoop, okay, all right. Ooh. Okay, we got the Hermit, the Mother of Cups. It's feeling like there is a situation here that you either aren't listening to your intuition on. It's something about coming, I feel like it is about moving away from some kind of place that is kind of feeling constrictive. Or like putting, like it's bringing, like there feels like something has brought you down. It could be just being on your own by yourself too, and not sharing your emotional self with others, really staying to yourself. But it feels like there's a need to come out here. Let me get the one here. Yeah, okay. So this is feeling like there is there's a feeling here of not knowing which way to go. So you're kind of just staying in yourself, not moving, not doing anything. It feels kind of stagnant. But there's an opportunity here. You're not seeing an opportunity. This opportunity could be in your life like right now. Or this could be something that's, and this could have be caused by some kind of surprise, some kind of, and then we got the 10 of Wands too, and we got the 10 of Swords reverse. So coming out of a place of feeling like you can't release some kind of burden, maybe move in a different direction, something like that. And it has something to do with, it could actually have to do with leaving a place that you've been for a long time, or investing yourself, like putting yourself into something emotional. But there's like a feeling here of not seeing a clear way forward, the passage forward, but it is here, or you are seeing it and you're just not following or taking the opportunity to move in that direction. So you need to take control over the situation. And I always say with the turtle, and it's here twice with the Hermit and the direction, it's like you might be going within and really trying to figure out how to move forward on something, how to maybe take more control over the opportunities presenting themselves in your life. This could also be, there's something here with the surprise card that just came out. This feels, it could be a really good surprise too that helps you release yourself, free yourself. This could be just something coming in here that offers you a way forward, some kind of, but you may not see it, like some kind of blessing or something coming in to help, some kind of something coming in here to help. So we are going to go ahead and get another animal card here, and then I'll read these, you guys. It's going to require that you take some action in the direction of opportunity, because there is a way forward here. And this is, it might feel rough, it might feel hard, because this is passage. So it's going through something kind of rough. It's kind of like Six of Swords energy, you guys. It's like getting out of the rough waters, getting through the, making sure you're packing lightly and releasing things to move into the next stage or the next energetic phase of your life, or this could actually be a physical place. We got the Lamb. I love that. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this direction with the sea turtle. Okay. Beyond the horizon, the sea turtle spends its entire life in water, but that isn't where it begins. This ocean animal makes its way to land, to lay its eggs on the seashore where they will hatch. When the babies emerge on the sand, they must make a perilous trek to the ocean. How do they instinctively know to head towards the sea? In the atmosphere, the sea turtle says that you know the direction you are supposed to be traveling towards. Let your doubts fade away and tune into your instincts. Find the horizon line. Find the horizon line. It's in your life, and get going. Okay, that's what I'm really getting from this, and it's the very first one, you guys. I'm getting that the most. There is something here you know you're supposed to be heading towards, but you're just not finding the. It could be a long journey. It could require some planning. It could require some extra focus, some extra. But there is something here. It's like, it says they must make the perilous trek back into the. This could be something you're heading towards here that's emotional, or it could be like you're getting ready to open up or share yourself with some kind of situation in your life. This could be a relationship, a place, situation, whatever. There's a lot of ways this kind of reading can go, because this could be work, this could be a lot of things, but there's definitely something here you know you're headed towards, or are wanting to head towards. You know it's going to be a trot. You know it's going to be require planning. You know but there's also like a feeling here of needing to be more open to some kind of opportunity here that's coming in, that maybe it kind of catch you off guard is what I'm getting. The next section is Marco Polo. How the heck does the sea turtle know how to get back to the exact same place where they were born? And I do feel this a lot with the sea turtle too, guys. This could be heading back home, heading back to the place that felt like home. This could be in a relationship, this could be in a job, this could be an actual place. It could be going back to something you've already left for the time being, and it's like going out, finding yourself, and then going back to that. It's like going through all the stuff, the stuff out there. It's kind of like growing up, going out, facing all your trials and tribulations and stuff, and then heading back to somewhere where you began. I get that a lot with the turtle. So you could be going back to like square one, or the home where you grew up with, or in a town or something, a relationship, or this could be a multitude of things, you guys. But it is feeling like there is opportunity here, and you are going through maybe some dry times, is what I want to say. It's just feeling like you're ready to go back to the water, or you're ready to go. So this could be going back to an emotional, maybe a relationship, maybe something like that, but it's requiring that you come out of hermit mode and take action, take control over the direction you're going, and seek this. I don't even feel like you're gonna have to seek this opportunity. I feel like it's coming in. It's coming in, and it could throw you off guard, and you may not see it as an opportunity. That's what I'm getting. Memory lane. This ocean animal reminds you to use your internal GPS to find where you are going, to not get lost in where you've been. Yes, like that's what I feel like that with the passage card. That could be, like you're good at and I feel this too with another reading I did. It's like you're good at being kind of doing this stuff kind of on your own. You don't require a lot. It feels really low maintenance, but like you're ready for something new. You're ready to be like rejuvenated or refreshed, rebirthed. There's a feeling here of going back to something or headed towards something. This could be something new that feels comfortable and rejuvenating, and it could be, you're going, there's so much, like it feels like it's really good, like it's a better place for you to rejuvenate is what I'm feeling. Rejuvenate. This could be even just a trip somewhere or something like that, if that's what you're this feels like these readings, I go way bigger than that. Like there's an energy here of feeling really resourceful, and like wanting to get to a place where you're not as where there's just more available resources, and you don't have to just work with just what you have. It's like, feels like it could be going towards an opportunity that has a lot more resources, a lot more. This could be a better paying job. This could be a relationship that has more emotional depth, and like it feeds something different in you, and it's not feeling dry. It's like I said, dry, kind of barren. Remembering the past is vital to moving forward in the right direction, but if the sea turtle keeps turning around instead of venturing out to the ocean, it is likely to catch the predator's eye. Unlike their turtle cousins on land, they can't crawl back in their shells when danger strikes. Know where you want to go and make haste to get there. There's no time for dilly-dallying. That is what I'm getting. Like you could be having some kind of conflict about moving forward with something that you should be moving towards, and you're not taking an opportunity to apply yourself or move towards this thing. It's interesting. That's what I'm getting. When you rid yourself of unnecessary elements, you will find it is as though you have cleared the sand from your eyes. It's interesting because we have the passage, and it's like this. If this camel's walking through the desert, and this is the sea turtle, it's like he's got sand in his eyes too. There's something here that you're trying to navigate through or find your way through this, and it feels like it could be an inner conflict, but this could be conflict you're trying to get like away from too, and you know what you need to do. There is a feeling here of needing to take control over what direction you're going, and you know which direction you should be going because something feels better than it's like. But first you're like trying to figure out, like it feels like trying to figure out how to go about doing this, like mapping out the situation. You will see clearly the journey that lies in front of you. Yeah, so you have to rid yourself of unnecessary elements. So what's that saying? That's saying if there is too much thinking going on, or too much feeling going on, or there's too much material stuff that you're hanging on to that's not helping you move forward. There's some kind of element, whether this is passion. You could be passionate about, you could be in some situation that's passionate but doesn't have love, or material foundation, or any, it's feeling like there's something you need to elementally, which means you're thinking too much about something, or you could be overly emotional about something and not taking a logical approach. We do got the Lamb down here, which we are going to read, and that'll help clear this up a little, but there is definitely something here, and it feels like there's too much. It feels like you want to move towards emotion, towards real emotion, not like there's fear here. I am getting fear with the turtle running, trying to get to the sea before it's caught by a predator. But it's not like the kind of fear like that should like shake your insides or anything. It's more like, if I start doing this, am I going to make it? Am I going to succeed? Am I going to make it? And then we have that surprise card that fell out. And I feel like you may be surprised too about how like maybe fast it is, or how the journey goes. There's something here that you could be worried about. But it's like the camel also just knows how to be resourceful through. So you might be worried about like not having enough for the journey. With the Three of Wands here, it's like maybe plans, preparation. Maybe you're over preparing for something, over planning for something, overthinking it instead of actually just doing it. That's another message coming through for somebody. It's awesome, Jelly Man. The little dudes are just eggs. We leave them on the beach to hatch, and then coo, ka-choo. They find their way back to the big old blue. Crush, Finding Nemo. I love that. All right. So let's go up to this hippo, which is this conflict. That's the card, you guys. Testing the waters. This card appears when it's time to address conflict in your life. The hippo spends most of its days beneath the water. Okay, that's interesting, because we have the Hermit, and it looked like there was no coming out of this. It looked like we were having a hard time here coming out of something, and maybe sharing, like blocking our emotional side off from something or somebody, keeping ourselves away from something that we want to be part of. And it spends most of its days beneath the water, protecting itself from the hot, draining sun. You may find yourself underneath emotional waters, hiding away from the heat of the scorching sun. Be careful that you aren't sinking too deep. While the hippo manages to make itself controllable off land, they are actually unable to swim. In fact, they can't even float. Conflict can be overwhelming, especially for those who aren't used to it. Try not to shy away from your emotions. That's what I'm feeling, is you could be shying away from something, your emotions here. With the Queen of Cups reversed and the Hermit, it's just like, and it was reversed, so that means it's more like being alone and not utilizing that time or that space to actually work through the conflict. It's just hiding, really. It's just hiding at that point. It's hiding from your own emotional depth, your own feelings. It's not being accepting or understanding of your own emotional needs here. That's what I'm getting. Not all conflict is harmful. It can allow us to dig deeper into ourselves and who we are, finding out really what you want, really taking control and authority over what it is that feels like home to you, what it is you want to move towards. It is crucial to confront difficult situations in your life head on when they float to the surface, before the waters rise above your heads, before you fall into a place of really like this emotional sinkhole. Kind of get logical with yourself here if this is resonating with you, and realize that you could be keeping yourself down in a place that's and it's thoughts, and it's the thinking, it's the thoughts about the emotions you're having. So it's feeling like it's really feeling like you need to pull yourself up and kind of be uncomfortable for a minute. This has kind of been a theme through the reading about kind of being uncomfortable. The readings is like there's this feeling in the air of like people needing to kind of face their discomforts in order to really push through those fears and those discomforts and find the way forward, find the way to what's in alignment for them. But a lot of times we want to avoid what's uncomfortable. We don't want to deal with what's uncomfortable. We don't want to deal with conflict. We don't. And when we take authority over ourselves, especially if we're in some kind of structure or situation where us having control over ourselves might upset others that are controlling us or trying to have control over us or our thoughts or our process or anything, it can rise to conflict. So it's really important right now to recognize this could be what you're doing if this is resonating with you. Open wide. Oh wait, catch your breath, excuse me. When the hippo becomes submerged, they can hold their breath for up to 5 minutes and fold up their ears and nostrils to keep out water. When you find yourself in conflict with others or yourself, be mindful that you don't close yourself up to strong emotions. Yeah, so don't close down to emotions and don't close up in your emotions. Look at the emotions, let them flow through you. I've also just had to do this today myself. Just sat there and let them run through me, you guys. Have that silent cry. Have that understanding that this is all the things you're feeling, because we're not just feeling one thing, you guys. We're feeling a multitude of things right now. So many feelings, so many things we're trying to heal. There's shame, there's regret, there's love, there's longing, there's passion, there's so many feelings in the air right now. It's crazy. It's just we need to just have that good cry with ourselves and get back to business, get back to co-creating what we want through our hearts. And of course, say your prayers, talk to your angels, ask for guidance, and hopefully it will come to you, and it will. It's just a matter of how long it takes for you to be open to it. Don't close yourself off to the messages coming through your tears or your emotions or the conflict in your life. Listen and pay attention to what it's showing you. That's been a message through the readings. This animal is highly aggressive. When a threat presents itself, they open their mouth wide and display a fierce bite. Are you showing your teeth as a response to fear or discomfort? I'm not really feeling that with your guys' reading, but if that does apply to you and you are acting aggressively or angry about and defensive or lashing out in the face of conflict, it's time to pay attention to that response to conflict. There's something maybe inside, you're having conflict with yourself, and you could be taking it out on those around you. This is a real thing people do that we need to become way more aware of and get a grasp on, get a hold on. And that could be this authority too. It's just really taking control of yourself in a really level-headed way to move forward. Do you not feel heard by someone? Or even are you not listening to yourself? When conflict is eternal, I was getting that with the Hermit in reverse and the Mother of Cups reversed. It was like a feeling of not really listening to yourself, of just kind of staying alone and not really hearing the words you're saying, or not really paying attention to those feelings and what they're trying to say to you. I was getting that. When we approach conflict defensively, it is often because we do not feel seen, heard, or understood. When conflict is internal, we can mirror our frustration back on ourselves. Yes, this has been an energy. It's like we could be really frustrated with something in our lives. Usually it's not everything, you guys, but we get frustrated with certain things. It could be our job, it could be our relationship, it could be our process, our healing process. We could be feeling set back a little in certain areas of our life, and it can be frustrating, especially when you're putting in your all or you're trying. And this is just saying, taking a little more control over what I feel like it's like what your emotions are trying to tell you. Paying attention to what your emotions are trying to tell you is going to help navigate you through this kind of blind spots. This sandstorm is what it's feeling like. It's grainy, it's gritty. It feels like a gritty energy to get through. And this could come by surprise too. I am feeling like it could just kind of hit you, kind of out of nowhere, like, oh, this is gritty. I don't love this feeling, and I kind of want to avoid it. So I'm going to avoid all the feelings that go with it. I'm going to avoid all the everything. I'm just going to hunker down, and that's what I'm feeling. But it's asking you to not hunker down. Find that that resourceful space in you to just keep going through this, because this could actually, it feels like whatever this is could actually keep you stuck for a minute if you don't walk through the sandstorm. If you don't keep walking, it's like you could get buried in it. That's what I'm feeling, like these little, and it feels like a lot of little annoyances or little frustrations that have just built up and causing a lot of conflict with what way to go or what you want to do. The crocodile, be aware of unconscious motives for conflict in your life. Could you be unknowingly manifesting conflict because of an issue you've repressed? Also, that's a part of this Queen of Cups, Hermit energy too. I'm feeling that repressing yourself, repressing the fact that you have feelings, or maybe you do need to address your feelings with somebody or some situation in your life and take control over the direction you want to go. The hyena is another part of the ecosystem on this card. And it says, instead of seeing conflict as something to be vanquished, approach it as an opportunity. So this conflict is an opportunity. Okay? And that is coming through very strongly. It's an opportunity to find to go in the direction you want to go, to see the horizon, to see the light. It's interesting. It's almost like this conflict is a good thing. It's feeling like it's a good thing. That's interesting. Why a good thing would make you feel so like hiding, like, because it could require you standing up for yourself or something like that, Leo, or whoever this is resonating with. But it's a good thing. It's going to kind of bring back some inner power and some inner insight on which way you're going and what you're doing with your life and yourself. The hippo, the earth is the other one. Oh, it says, approach it as an opportunity to discover yourself. Go beyond just revealing teeth and use your voice and logic to communicate with others and yourself. And I am getting that. Like, you could feel so emotionally, like, overwhelmed. You're, like, kind of hiding away, like, and it's not really dealing with it. It's not really facing the emotions head on. If you're feeling not heard, not listened to, rejected, anything like that, it's time to, like I said, let those tears fall, feel it, and then come up with a logical and an approach. Come up with an approach to these emotions so that you can bring them out and continue to walk through this, like, feeling of being by yourself and having to be really resourceful with what you have and not share it with others. That's what I'm getting. So it's like, it feels like sharing something emotionally here. Maybe a conversation, but this conversation is going to come from a deep place that you're afraid of letting out, because you might be afraid of some conflict. But this is important for you and your growth. Just because you have the bite to take out prey doesn't mean you should. This card urges you to remain calm and stable. I am feeling that need to be grounded right now. Not underground, not in the emotions, and not in the air too much either. It's just like a nice middle between the deep feelings you could be experiencing right now and the kind of vision or the kind of hopes and dreams. And maybe it feels far off. It feels a little dreamy. It feels a little like you could be telling yourself it's not possible or something like that. There's this feeling coming in. You and I have unfinished business, it says. And I was kind of getting that you could be going back to something that, and this could be just an issue or an emotion or something you already thought you dealt with, okay? You already thought you healed it, or you already thought you addressed it, and it's still lingering. And this could be a relationship. This could be some kind of goal you had years ago that you're revisiting now, because it's like, that felt right. Like, that felt like what I needed to do. So I need to get back to that. And it could be like, but I already got all this going, or I'm working on this. And it's like, I'm just feeling like so much with this reading. Let's go to the authority, okay? And this is the Ibex. Authority. Peak form. Authority, this is the first step here to getting, this is the life purpose spread. So there's something here. These are bigger than just your day-to-day, but all those little day-to-day things add up what we do for our purpose, for what we really deeply, passionately want to move towards. And it's coming from a very deep place. And now, like that sea turtle place, that place of going back home, that place of coming into that place where before fear struck in, before all the trials and tribulations struck in, before you even had to be resourceful because you had everything you absolutely needed, the second you were manifested into this energy, before you were even born, you had everything you needed to become, and you still have everything you need to become. We forget that. We think we need all this other stuff to become. We already are. So that's a big message, you guys. There's a really strong message coming through about that. And I'm not even sure how that relates to this reading, but it feels bigger. It feels like, wow, that's an epiphany for me, even like that coming through. It's like, wow, we have everything. We have everything without anything, because we are all of it. To become what we become. It's just, you start out as just this energy, this soul, this monad, this monadic, it's, and you just build on it like that pearl, which was a really strong thread through the last series of readings I did. And how it started out as a grain of sand, and it builds and it builds and it builds and it becomes a pearl, but it's still the sand. It still was everything before it needed anything. It just became more, it did change. It changed into something completely different, but that still remains. The same base still remains. So there's something here I feel like that's base, the center that you're trying to get back to here. And it feels like needing to come out and just go through this passage or this journey or this conflict. Could feel a little rough, but it's going to build something on you. It's going to add something to you, to your life, to your value, even though we're already valuable, because we can become anything and everything that we want. It's just, we kind of become who everybody else wants us to be. And then we realize that's not really what I want to be, but that's what I am, but that's not what you are. What you are is that grain of sand that can become anything and everything and go anywhere. And it's not just a grain of sand, guys. It's like that. It's small, but yet it's so big. It feels very, very deep, whatever this is. Authority is key to developing trust. As humans, we tend to trust those who we see as figures of authority. To trust others, you must first trust yourself. The ibex is a remarkable example of what is possible when we give ourselves the authority to climb a little higher than we have before. Able to traverse a near completely vertical cliff, this animal's hooves allow it to reach the top of the mountains that seem unscalable. Authority requires you to not just think, but to believe that you can achieve the impossible. Yeah, before I even read that, that's what I'm feeling. It's like, how can that become that? Or how can I get from this to this? By taking the initiative, by allowing yourself to believe it, for one. Step one, believe it. Believe you can climb mountains. Believe you can become a pearl. Believe that even the smallest step forward or the smallest thing is an opportunity for you. Everything is an opportunity for you. Even the things we see as negative are opportunities for us to grow, to heal, to be more loving, to understand something in ourselves, a fear or something like that maybe we need to heal or release. There's always something we can gain from every little thing. So seeing that worth and value in yourself as that, if you are looking around and saying, oh, there's opportunity there and there's opportunity everywhere, find that in yourself, because everything you're looking at that you're seeing opportunity in is you. You are that. So we need to see that opportunity, abundant opportunity, as we do in, like, if you are an optimistic person, you're like, there's opportunity in death, there's opportunity in loss, there's opportunity in everything, even the negative things. And I say this a lot. I find myself being that optimistic person, and then you get stuck on yourself. And by that I mean you get stuck thinking you're limited in your opportunity to what? Learn something, heal something, grow something, move in more alignment with yourself. Those opportunities don't stop with everything around us, because we're a part of all that. So we need to recognize that in ourselves. If we see opportunity in a billion other things, we need to see it in ourselves. That's another message coming through. Hostile terrain. This does feel like this could be rough, you guys. This is feeling a little rough. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This feels like a rough passage. It feels like rough. It feels gritty. But you can do that. You can climb mountains. You can get through the desert. You can find a way back to your center and release all this stuff that's been put on you, the burdens, the mental stuff, all that has been put on you, that you may be sitting really heavily emotional with, and like almost just not standing up to it and saying, hey, I can do this. Like, you may be telling yourself you can't release these burdens, you can't get up from these thoughts, you can't get out from under these things, but you can. Not only can you get up from under them, but you can overcome them, and you can work through come in and out on the other side. This does feel like a very important reading for somebody. Your focus on authority may be preventing you from, hostile terrain. Their hooves have adapted to these hostile geological mammoths for a specific purpose, to go somewhere that their opponents can't. The ibex asks you to analyze why you are scaling a cliff. Is it to push yourself further, or to push yourself farther from what lies at the base of the mountain? Okay, so there is a need here, a step one. If this section resonates with you, to push yourself, because there's something here you either want to get away from or go to. that nobody else has went. That's what I'm getting. Be sure that you're heading towards something. That having that goal, having that vision, that insight, like what am I heading towards? Is it have that goal, have that vision for yourself. Have that optimism too for your life. It's critical for you to be an authority figure in your own process. Make executive decisions in your life. Call the shots. Don't apologize to yourself or to others. This is your mountain and take pride in it. Only you know the way to the top. That's true, you guys. Locking horns. Though these animals scale rigid terrain, the ibex, that is flexible, climbs the highest. Could you, in your quest to keep moving, have become stuck in your ways? Your focus on authority may be preventing you from loosening up. Have you grown too rigid? When the ibex is in mating season, he will spar and lock a set of long curved horns with opposing males. Don't lock yourself in. That's what this is. It's like you're locking yourself into something and you need to get yourself out of it, away from it. That feeling of feeling trapped or locked in or held down, or it's just feeling really, like I said, like restricted or restrained, constrained. Especially emotionally, it's feeling like you're staying stuck in those like emotions or something, instead of just like making something really happen here that feels a lot better. And this is rough. It's hard to get away from those really, what we find, I mean, emotions are beautiful. They make us feel. We don't love to feel, but we do love to feel, because we know our feelings are what make us kind of unique and special, like in that emotional way. We actually, like, we have compassion and we have all this really emotional energy that just connects us all, I feel like, is one of our big connecting things. And it's just really hard to say, I can't deal with that right now, but you have to deal with that. You have to deal with the fact that something here emotionally could be keeping you stuck, physically even, and energetically in a place that you want to move past through, with this passage coming next, which we will read. The grizzly is the ecosystem, the pack, and the earth. I know more than you, is the quote. Ron Swanson. Authority can't thrive in solitude. This grizzly preys upon the ibex, if it can get to it. When you place yourself in solitude, you lack the perspective to lead yourself and others. Kings and queens rule best when they're in communication with their kingdom. You aren't the ruler of anything from inside your head. That's what I'm getting, is just like you're stuck in this really emotional headspace, like where you're thinking about your feelings and all this, and it's like, and then the pack says, the pack, a predator of the ibex, warns of issues with authority in your tribe. Avoid power struggles. They won't serve you or anyone else. Earth, to be the authority figure to yourself and others, you must be dependable. Earth is a symbol of the material. The ibex, a herbivore, warns you not to place much authority in earthly pleasures. Don't give material things too much control. I was getting a little message about that during this. It's like, could be something like letting go of an element, either the air element, the earth element, something's overpowering this feeling of wanting and needing and knowing that you need to move towards another direction or towards something else here. I am getting that. Let's go down here to the camel. And this is your strong suit here. The camel is very resourceful and very resilient, you know. They go through a lot. This is a strong thing, you know, to the camel. It's a strong animal. The camel's ability to endure long and waterless treks is a message that you are neither at the beginning or end of your journey, but somewhere amidst the sprawling desert. Yeah, you're in that middle of that Six of Swords, kind of moving through that six energy or whatever. It's like kind of moving through, but it also feels like the end, or the possible opportunity for an end of two things. A spiritual burden, like spiritually being burdened by a lack of like creativity and spark and maybe spirit in your life. And also the end of like a lot of like mental turmoil and mental like burdens too. Mental burdens, spiritual burdens. We got tens here trying to close out and start new here. But there's just this movement through this like conflict. It feels gritty, like a gritty trip. When things begin to feel deserted and you can see no sign of water or life nearby, don't assume you are lost. You have embarked on an adventure, and it will likely involve trials and tests along the way, but you will be better for it. May you miss where you came from. Oh, maybe you miss where you came from, or are afraid you don't know where you are headed. That is this reading, you guys. Remind yourself that you are transitioning to a new physical, mental, or emotional place, and you are being pulled there for a reason. All that's important is that you are putting one foot in front of the other. Oh, and this could feel harsh. This could feel rough, you guys. And it's saying, you know, if you acknowledge this is rough and it is demanding a lot of you, but doing it anyway, it's going to help you. It's lean into the tough terrain, and you may be surprised at what you prove you are capable of. Your journey won't last forever, but it will be all for nothing if you don't arrive at your destination with new experiences and the lessons that are learned from those experiences. Another point in this card is it's arduous. It says it can be a long journey here. How do you let it go? What doesn't serve you? How do you let go of what doesn't serve you? It becomes a lot easier to abandon our baggage when we remember that we, like the camel, have everything we need already within us. Yes, it's like you may be having a hard time leaving something, a home, maybe your stuff, whatever, but it's like you can rebuild everything from just you. It's that Empress energy, you guys. I have no idea where this will lead us, but I have a definite feeling it will be a place both wonderful and strange. Take this leap. I don't even think it's a leap of faith so much as it is believing in yourself. That's what's feeling like. And then we got the opportunity with the hyena here, and we're going to read that. And this is a social creature, and it is something sparked and fueled by engaged perseverance and ready engagement. Being ready. There's something either here right now or coming in. Be open and mindful of the opportunities that are coming in that may even come by surprise for you to jump on and kind of, and this could be a social opportunity. This could be somebody coming through, somebody in your life, something in your life here. It says aligning yourself with others who share your interests, passions, and ideas will take you twice as far. Look around you. Look around you, not just for opportunities, but to notice where you are and who you are with. There is something here in the environment holding you back. That's what I'm getting. And it's time to find a new environment. It's time to seek something new here. Or take control over where you're at and voice what it is you're feeling. And kind of, I'm feeling like standing your ground on something. And if that don't work and it causes conflict, it causes conflict. But honor your truth right now. It's very important instead of sinking into this place of hiding. That's what I'm getting. And this is also, the hyena is also, he doesn't, turn his nose up at like leftovers, or if somebody's already, and there's competition too with this card. You might be too close to something to actually see it as good too. You might need to step back and see the good in it, to see the opportunity in it, or the lesson in it. You may be having a hard time moving on from something because you're just too in it. This could be a lesson or something from your past or something even in your present that you're just so emotionally entangled with that you can't logically see the lesson unless you step back kind of emotionally from it and realize it's an opportunity to grow in some aspect of your life. Skin and bones, what allows that hyena to be such a fantastic opportunist is scavenging. It's easy when you are equipped with the unique ability to digest pretty much anything. This is really tough energy. Like I said, whoever this is resonating with is tough. This is tough. You're tough. What you've been through is tough, and you can get through more tough. And it's part of it's just the path you're on, the path you've chosen. But don't forget to see that your strength. And don't forget to understand that you are everything and you don't need anything. It's feeling like I can do this alone. You may not want to be alone. You may not want to, but feels like there could be a surprise or an opportunity coming in through maybe somebody or something. You may not even see it as, that's where this hyena energy is coming in. It's like you not to kind of be open to something that looks less than desirable being something that's absolutely sustaining. That's another message I'm getting. My mother always said, if you want something, you're going to have to work hard and take advantage of every opportunity. All right, so let's go ahead and read this lamb real quick, you guys, because I feel like this is definitely a gentle, peaceful, prophetic, and patient. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Yeah, not thinking, just going into that deep place and feeling it. It doesn't come in words, you guys, this kind of energy. You feel it. You can feel the truth in it. You can feel what you need to do. And then it's to take that action and that control over your next moves and what you're going to do to move towards your goal or your vision. And it will help bring into vision what you need to do. It says lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend. This could actually literally be like surprise guidance, surprise help. It could come through your angels, ancestors. It could just come up through that silent cry or through that, it doesn't, through that deep, deep acknowledgement of the feelings you're having, listening to listening to something. Or this could actually literally come in a surprise of a message from an old friend. But I do feel the lamb is very spiritual and prophetic. So that means something coming in that's not quite understood, not quite seen, but definitely guiding you, definitely leading you through this time right now, if this is your reading and it resonates. It could come through a friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Through the lamb's message, though the lamb's message may channel through another person, they may have a message. They may be having, you may watch somebody else talking about their situation or whatnot, and it's like, whoa, that's my situation. Or you may see something that just like somebody doing their job or something, and you're like, and it just, you get an epiphany about something, and it comes in surprise. You might be eating and your server might say something, or who knows what it is, you guys, but there's something here coming in. You need to be mindful of your surroundings and what's going on deep inside when you kind of get that moment where you feel something. Listen to what it's saying. That's what I'm getting. Approach this gentle, it says, the wisdom resonates within you. So they might be even talking to somebody else or talking to you, and it's just like, wow, that's true. That's so true. And just let it sink in, no matter what feelings it brings up, no matter what it brings up, even if it feels gritty, even if it feels hard to chew on, hard to hold on to, it's saying to sit with it and let the messages come through. It says it will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. When in balance, knowingness and inner peace, and when out of balance, quiet, timid, and concerned. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like you're being too quiet, timid, and worried about conflict and maybe losing some kind of materialism or something in your life because you speak up or you choose to do something different. To bring into balance meditation and listening. This could come through somebody else, you guys. And it's really that messenger energy, and it could just be honesty. It could be even blunt, hard honesty about you that you don't want to hear. Maybe you do like not think about your words or something, or maybe when you're feeling pain and you're feeling something really deep and emotional, you lash out or something like that. Somebody says that, and it's like, take this opportunity to learn something about yourself and to work towards releasing a lot of stuff here, a lot of mental stuff and spiritual burdens, that you're carrying. And it could be from your own stuff you just want to fix, or you want to work on, or you want to heal. We got that spirit of the bear, you guys, coming in from the white or light oracle. Let's read that. Yeah, this is a really strong message about taking authority and control over your life, okay? This is really nice. You are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer still your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. So this may feel like it's going to be grueling, gritty, long, conflictive path, but it's right there, you guys. There's something right here. It's just about having your worth, owning your, like not letting your past shames, guilt, fears, all that hold you back or make you feel like you can't speak up and you can't move forward and you have to hide from the world or from what you want, because, man, there's just a feeling here. The divinely ordained time of liberation and healing emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. Okay, and that is the 396 hertz. It's deeply nurturing and protective. So you can always listen to that hertz of sound, and it can help, that frequency can help work on this energy, okay? This, I love that. We know ourselves well enough to understand what we need, and we value in ourselves. We value ourselves enough to live in such a way that our needs are met. We recognize that we matter, not more than any other, but enough to feel self-love and self-respect. We can connect to our authentic life path because we feel worthy of it. This nurturing frequency heals the heart and softens the walls, which keep love out, due to past abandonment and betrayal. This is also strongly connected to mothering energy, nurturing. You guys, this, let me see here. Helps the mind settle into the body rather than constantly flitting from one possibility to the next. Grounding yourself, you guys. I was feeling that. And it harmonizes beautifully with the spiritual medicine of the bear soul totem. It encourages our natural ability to find the sweetness in life necessary to sustain, hope, and heal our hearts. It's not something outside of yourself that's going to bring you this kind of inspiration to rise up and release burdens and stand up for yourself, stand up for your emotions, come out of this kind of closed off feeling of not being able to take control over your life or stand up for yourself or move forward on opportunities that are there for you and you know it. And something here could be a surprise, you guys. So look for these opportunities, but definitely go deep, deep, deep in right now, and really listen to what you're feeling. Listen to what your feelings are saying, and not that wounded place, from a strong place, you guys. That's what I am getting. This is a really big reading. I'm going to go ahead and get an alchemy card real quick. You're the first ones I've gotten one of these for, because this feels like a very important step, a very important reading for whoever it is resonating for. And it's that void. Yes, it's taking this energy. This void energy is that in between. XL 2. Liminal darkness and destiny. It's a powerhouse. Use it as a point of focus. You have to approach the void. Destiny shifts in the darkness. Like magnets, you are drawn to it as it's drawn towards you. Meditation is critical at this time. Just sit and breathe. Surrender to the vastness. There is an electricity between you and the void that is sacred and timeless. From its center, everything is born. Getting back to that center, that place where nothing exists, but everything exists, you know? That's what I'm getting, you guys. So I hope that helps somebody. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming, watching your reading. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.